Well, good news for Indiana's life sciences sector. Canada-based POINT Biopharma has chosen Indianapolis over Charlotte and St. Louis to establish its first manufacturing facility in the U.S. It's a $25 million investment expected to create more than 100 jobs. POINT Chief Executive Officer Dr. Joe McCann is with us now to explain what attracted his company to Central Indiana. Joe, welcome to the program.
Oh, thank you very much for having me, Gary.
POINT Biopharma, interesting company, really focused on radiopharmaceuticals. In layman's terms, if you could talk about radiopharmaceuticals and what the company is all about.
Sure, definitely. So POINT Biopharma, pharmaceutical company focused on creating better cancer treatments. And we see radiopharmaceuticals or radioligands as being this way of improving cancer treatment for patients. And when you think of radiopharmaceuticals or these radioligands, it's like a heat-seeking missile that carries a radioactive payload. These molecules go out and seek cancer cells, bind to them, deliver this radioactive payload, and kill the tumors. They're a very effective and safe form of treatment that have been used for over 30 years now in the clinic. And really the bottleneck for these getting into the mainstream has been manufacturing. And we've solved that problem now by locating at our facility in Indianapolis.
Yeah, and I want to talk about the reasons you chose Indianapolis, but I'm fascinated by, as we were talking off camera, is it about a 12-hour manufacturing process? In other words, from manufacturing to the time you want to get them out to the door, a very quick process?
Yes, it's a very rapid process, and you manufacture these multiple times a week. So these drugs have shelf lives of 5 days, unlike standard pharmaceuticals that are good on the shelf for 5 years. So we need to make these every week, multiple times a week. We need very highly skilled staff to do this, that can do this repeatably and to specifications. So they'll be manufactured over a 12-hour period, hit the road in the evening, head down to the FedEx hub, and then they'll be shipped all across the U.S. and really all across the world to treat patients with cancer.
Because of that, for lack of a better term, just-in-time model, if you will, the FedEx hub here, the massive second largest FedEx hub in the country, in the world really, a big factor in your decision to choose Indianapolis for this manufacturing operation.
Yeah, a major decision. So that hazmat hub, which is expanding as well, will be the game changer for us. And when we formed the company, a big part of what's held this industry back is that manufacturing as well, that supply chain, to ensure that you have that logistics to get it out to the patients the next day without fail. FedEx has that reputation, and we're excited to be just down the road from them.
I want to ask you, too, about the company, the success. It's been rapid growth of the company. The company is very new. Talk about launching the company and what the reasons are, in your view, behind your early success.
Yeah, so the company was formed in January, and we brought the right team together that had a lot of focus on meeting our goals, our phase 3, or our last stage before FDA approval. So we put a laser focus on that. We hired in the U.S. Todd Hockemeyer, who's from Indianapolis, is leading our U.S. manufacturing operation. That was key in identifying the site, getting set up, identifying the local crews that will actually help us build out the facility. They're a very specialized skill set in Indianapolis that have the understanding in this type of manufacturing that are going to allow us to act quite quickly. And our motivation really behind why we did this is because these drugs are just so effective, as I mentioned before. And they've been so limited by the fact that nobody's really invested in this way in manufacturing. We felt is our duty, given the skill set that we have as a team, to act as quickly as possible to be able to bring these options to patients as quickly as we can.
And Joe, a final question I want to ask you about the Indiana Life Sciences vibe, if you will. BioCrossroads, the state's life sciences initiative, a lot of momentum in the life sciences sector. How important is that to your wanting to be here in Indianapolis?
Very important. A very, very close second to the FedEx hub. We need those types of skill sets. And as I said earlier, this is just-in-time manufacturing, and to be able to draw from that sector and recruit these staff into our facility will allow us to meet our goals and to achieve our objectives of getting products into the market in 2023.
All right, and should mention the company hiring more than 100 workers by the end of 2024. That process is just now beginning. Dr. Joe McCann is the CEO at POINT Biopharma. Joe, thanks for joining us from your home not far from Toronto, and we look forward to seeing you once you arrive in Indianapolis.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
All right.